Jace Denman for Flag Family Media. I'm here with Associate Head Coach Spenser Bland. Coach, a big win last night against a ranked opponent, plus a long road trip to get up there. What does that mean win to you guys last night?
I think we can just continue to build momentum. I think we can continue to grow these young guys. You know, this lineup can continue to gel. Hopefully we start to get some pieces like Jacob and Jameer getting back into the flow of things. But really excited with the growth of these guys, and we're starting to see it. We're starting to put the pieces together. I think last week that double overtime win was great. The momentum that we were able to build on that, and then obviously going to an incredibly tough place to play in Minot. Those games are always grinders. They're always close. And I thought we played a pretty good game throughout. You know, it makes a long snowy bus ride a lot easier coming home. But proud of the effort, proud of the fight, and we've had different guys step up in different games, and last night was no different.
Well, when you look at just the specific matchup against Minot, I guess that was the game that Cobb went out, and he was out for the second half. Offense, tough to get that going. Last night you had freshman point guard Carson Johnson in. Obviously that provides a big spark. He's been a big scorer lately. So what has Carson meant to this team since being unredshirted and becoming the starting point guard for this team?
I mean, I think this kid's done everything, we've asked for and more. Probably surprised a lot of people. Putting up numbers like 42 and averaging almost 20 a game, maybe even 20 now. I would say that Coach Berge, myself, these guys are surprised. It's hard to do that. This is a grown man's league. Yeah. But we've seen this kid for a long time, through the recruiting process here on campus, playing against our guys. We know what he was capable for. It came a little bit earlier than maybe we were expecting. Yeah. But he's one of the most humble, most self-motivated, just anything you could ask for the kid. And so he's just happy that our team's having some success. We found ways to win games, and whatever piece, whatever part that he can play in that, he'll do so. But I can't say enough good things about that kid, who he is on and off the court.
Coach, it looks like this team has kind of worked its way through those injuries, kind of that lull in the middle of the season. You had lost 4 or 5 games in a row. It seems like you're starting to play much better right now. And do you feel that this team is starting to play its best basketball this season as we get towards the end and get to conference tournament time?
Yeah, no doubt. Especially, I'll say it, the young, the inexperienced. These guys don't know what they don't know. They haven't played in this league, and we had a tough road stretch where we're playing good, experienced veteran teams, both at home and on the road, and we didn't handle things the way we needed to. But I think we're starting to see some of the rewards and some of the benefits of getting these guys experience, getting their feet wet. I think you can see the gelling and playing with each other. I think we've had some important bench pieces, some role guys step up. Will Kinsey, Eddie Benninga have been huge the last couple games. And then just the comfortability factor of these guys kind of getting to feel like, I know where Logan's going to be. I know what Carson likes to do. I know how Sean likes to operate. We got the big fella Jenny down low. So playing off of each other, fitting the pieces to the puzzle. But yeah, I mean, we want to be playing our best basketball heading into the end of the season and hopefully get healthy and try and make a run there. But we're taking steps in the right direction, I think.
When you look at these last 2 games, you kind of touched on it already, but you got 2 freshmen out there. I think they combined last night for probably 40 points last night. Those guys are really coming along, and this earlier season experience is really going to benefit them come postseason and going forward in their career. But when you talk about guys like Will Kinsey, Eddie Benninga, guys coming off the bench and providing a spark or providing some major minutes, because you looked at the minutes off the bench of Eddie and Will against St. Cloud State, and they played major minutes in a big-time win that was really needed. So what can you say about guys that are they're filling their roles, but when they're called upon, they're ready to go?
Yeah, I think that's a testament to the team and the way this program kind of operates, the way Coach Bergstrasser leads is kind of that next man up mentality. You never know if it's going to be your night, the guy next to you's night. We just have to stay ready. And you said 2 names in Will Kinsey and Eddie Benninga. And, some nights Adam Jenkins has came in and gave us a spark. Some nights Levi Burkholz has come in. Tyson's had a couple great scoring games. It's been kind of a by committee deal. I think we're starting to solidify a little bit of roles. And obviously, like you said, that double overtime win where both Eddie and Will played every minute of both overtime periods, those were huge minutes for those guys, and they handled themselves with great poise and extremely well. So, it's a by committee type deal. You never know. Obviously, we got 5 starters, but we insert any one of those guys off the bench. We want them to gel just the same way those 5 guys do.
You get 1 home game this weekend. You're at home against University of Mary. Obviously, we're going to be covering that one. What's it going to take to get a win against Mary this weekend?
It starts with the preparation. We want to make sure that we're set in terms of what we're going to go out there and try and execute. I got a lot of respect for Coach Nelson and his teams. It's always a good game when we play those guys. And so, they do things a little bit different in terms of their offense, and then we got to make sure our communication is on point. They try and get you to kind of slip up and make mistakes, which lead to openings for them on the offensive end. I think we got to be really sharp defensively. And then offensively, we've had some good games. We scored over 100 in that St. Cloud game. We've had some 80s, had some 90s. Yep. So again, we're scoring the ball fairly well. We got to do a little bit more of the same on that side. But I think at the at the end of the day, those games where we have, 15, 16 assists and 6 turnovers or 20 assists and, 8 turnovers, like those are the games where we can really grow a lead. We're taking care of the ball. We're sharing the ball with each other. And I think we're getting better and better in that aspect of, like I said, figuring out what guys like, when they like it, the timing of things, where they're going to be on the court. And all of that takes time with, the young guys, the new guys. And just with the time and experience, I think we're starting to see, again, the benefits of that thing.
Right. All right, Coach. Well, best of luck today here, Saturday, for your Dragons taking on the Mary Marauders. And best of luck. James and I will be there covering everything. All right, this is Jace Denman alongside Associate Head Coach Spenser Bland. We'll talk to you soon.